Well, hello everybody. It is Valentine's Eve.
Yes,
Woo-hoo!
We're excited.
We are excited. We're excited, but we're a little nervous because this is our first MarriageWell cooking show. Now we got some real good help here that are going to help us to kind of do this.
Yes.
But my name's Al Perez. This is my lovely wife Leticia. We're going to be cooking partners today, which we normally don't do. We do not like to do. So we take turns in the kitchen, but we're going to get some coaching today to try to really help us to work together to make a delicious meal for Valentine's Eve before the big comedy show a little bit later.
Yes.
So we're excited to have you guys here and to be tuning in to be able to do your meal. I'm sure you got all your ingredients like we do. Usually this is not how it looks like at home. We just got stuff all over the place, but we thought we better organize this stuff here. But yeah, so I'm going to have Leticia introduce our guest chefs, a couple that we're excited to have helping us.
Okay, so brave. They are brave, okay, because they're going to be helping us. Actually, we just found out Brian and Emilee Crites do not cook in the kitchen together either. So this should be very interesting. So they have been married 2.5 years and they have 2 little ones, Oliver and Millie. And their specialty is quick, fun, and easy menu items.
That's right.
I like that. Okay. During COVID, Brian did a cooking online show, which was actually very entertaining.
It was.
Emily has a passion for baking. So if you want to check out her stuff, go to Emilee's Sweet Treats on Instagram, and we'll talk more about that as we get to the dessert portion. But yeah, I'm excited.
Yes. And you know, before we start and we turn it over to them to kind of show us what to do here, because we're really not sure what to do here. But you know, I wanted to say we are in a lovely, beautiful kitchen here this morning in Camarillo, California, and we're excited to be here because this is a kitchen of a dear friend of ours that passed last summer, and we spent a lot of time with her and her husband. And it was just kind of appropriate that this first time that we do this, we get to do it in Diane Kabisky's kitchen. So we want to thank Doug for allowing us to come here. It's kind of a special place for us. So there's a little something behind the scenes that we're just, it's a joy to be here. And we just know that her presence is here because she did a lot of things at our events.
Actually, if it wasn't us here, it would have been Doug and Diane.
That's right.
Because they know how to have fun.
That's right.
They know how to have fun.
So with that, I'm going to go ahead and introduce, or go ahead and bring up Brian and Emilee, and they're going to start showing us what to do with all this stuff, okay?
Thank you guys so much for having us. I'm excited to be able to teach today. First step we're going to want to do is we're going to want to turn our ovens and preheat them at 325.
Babe, the upper oven.
Oh, okay. And 325, and okay.
You got it?
We got it.
Perfect. The second step we're going to want to do is take our stock pot, have it full of water, which I believe you guys already have.
Yes,
Throw
we have it right here.
A amount of salt in there to add flavor to the pasta water when it comes time.
Stand sideways.
And we're going to want to turn this on high.
There we
and
go.
Bring it to a boil.
Okay, it's on. Is it on high?
So let's go to high.
There we go.
Okay. All right.
Perfect. Another step that we're going to want to do that's actually for dessert is, if you have not prepped your ingredients already, we're going to want to take, I believe, 3 tablespoons of butter, and we're going to want to throw it in a bowl and melt it.
Okay.
Okay.
3 tablespoons of butter.
3
Okay.
tablespoons of butter is what we're going to want to do.
2, 3.
That
This
sounds-
is going to be for our dessert.
Only 3 tablespoons? This is butter we're
Only
talking
3.
about. Okay. And put it in our mixing bowl, right?
Actually, you're going to want to melt it. Yeah, correct. Put it
Okay.
in a microwave-safe dish.
Okay.
And we're going to want to put it in the microwave for about 20 to 30 seconds until it melts.
Okay.
And then we're going to set that aside and let it come to room temperature.
All right.
Another step that we're going to want to do is, for the dessert, we're going to want to take your egg, if you already have it, and you're going to want to separate the yolk from that egg.
Oh. You know what?
Correct.
I'll do
It's
that.
gonna be
I'm not gonna let Elle do that. I will do it. And I just realized I didn't grab a bowl for that, Brian. So
Oh no, that's
oh
fine.
no. So what do I do? Actually, never mind. See, I'm in someone else's kitchen, so I'm totally just invading their cabinet space. There we
That is
go.
completely fine.
Okay, so I'm separating. Well, I need
Yeah, you're
I
gonna
need two
separate the
I
yolk
need
and
I
you're
need
gonna
two little bowls, right?
You're gonna probably want to have 2 bowls and set that yolk aside.
Okay. Well, you know what? Here's a little thing. I'll put the yolk in there. Look at that. See, not even stressing. Not even stressing right now. Yeah, there we go. And there's my yolk.
Perfect.
Okay.
A professional. I love
I
to
am
see
a
that.
pro at
Wow.
Separating the yolks is a hard thing to do. Took me a long time to get used to. But it's always best to do it while the egg is cold. Because when it does get to room temperature, that's when it starts becoming mushy. And
Yes.
it just turns into a whole mess.
this.
That's a
Okay.
good-
So I just want to clarify, we got our water on the stove.
We
It's getting
do.
ready to boil.
Yes.
It
We
is.
have our butter that's melted and set aside.
Yep,
We have our egg yolk separated.
we do.
Perfect.
Butter.
Now we're going to start on our appetizer round. And what we're making today is a caprese skewer.
Caprese skewer.
So you're going to want to make sure you grab your grape tomatoes. Depending on how much of this appetizer you want, will depend on how many grape tomatoes you have.
Okay.
You're going to want to grab your mozzarella balls.
Right here. Yummy. I love these.
I kind of think mozzarella balls taste like nothing, but that's okay. That's good. That's good.
Have the balsamic vinegar. And then what
Yeah.
we're going to want to do is we're going to want to take our basil leaves out as well.
Yes. Got them right here.
Perfect. All right, then have your small saucepan, and I believe you already have it ready, but put
Yes.
a half a cup of
We
balsamic
did.
vinegar in it.
Oh,
So we
gotta
have our
measure that.
balsamic here.
There we go.
There we go.
Okay.
And we're going to put it on the stove
Okay.
and cook it on medium-high.
Medium high.
Just
Okay.
put it on there.
I think I can do that.
All right.
I think
Now,
else.
I already have mine ready. In the final, like what you want the consistency to be of this is a very thin maple syrup. So I'll explain the process from there. It's going to take about 10 minutes. You're going to want to bring this to a boil. When it starts to boil, you're going to want to bring it back down to medium to low heat
Okay.
and let it simmer and stir it occasionally. An important step about this is you don't want to burn the balsamic vinegar. So if you grab your pan and you're stirring it around and you're starting to see some of the balsamic bubbling on the bottom and not really moving, that's how you know you're close to it being done.
Oh, okay.
Perfect.
Okay. The tip of the
And
day.
like I said, this is going to take about 10 minutes. So while this is going, what we're going to do is we're going to prep our cherry tomatoes, grape if you have those, our
Okay.
mozzarella cheese balls,
Yep.
and our basil, and put them on the toothpicks.
Okay. Any specific
Now-
order?
Oh, go ahead.
Any specific order? Is it supposed to be like,
Yes, exactly. So first, if they're not already cut, you're gonna have leaves about this size. You're gonna want to make those leaves to about this size here. I don't know if you can see that.
Like
very,
this.
Very small leaf, not too much bigger than your mozzarella cheese ball.
okay.
If your cheese balls are bigger than this here, you're gonna want to make sure to cut those in half.
Okay.
And then you're going to want to cut your grape tomatoes. They'll be lengthwise and cut them in half as well. All right. So the process for this is you are going to go ahead and take the tomato flat side down. Put the toothpick through
Okay.
take the leaf and put it right on top. and then you're going to take your mozzarella cheese ball and set it right over that.
There we go. Look at that.
And now you have a 5-star restaurant
Look at that.
appetizer
Wow.
ready to go to eat.
Wow. Wow.
So depending on how many you want, you're going to order one.
Okay.
You're going to want to go ahead and just assemble these. So I have enough to make 7 or 8 of them.
Okay. Were you paying
The
attention?
final step when it comes to that point is going to be the balsamic vinegar.
Okay.
And what you were saying something right there, right?
I just asked Al if he was paying attention. We're going to see right now because he is assembling his. So let's see.
Okay. All right.
So the mozzarella will be on top,
Oh.
the basil, and the tomato. But the easiest way is to do
There we go,
the
look at
tomato face
Like
down.
Okay. Well, here we go. Look. There we go.
Flip the tomato. Flip the tomato upside down so the
Hey.
open part is facing
The
down.
ingenuity right there.
There, like that.
And you pass it.
How's that looking?
I love it. It looks great.
Okay.
know,
Mine is done the right way though.
There you
Look
go.
at yours.
There you go. You're just gonna eat it anyway, so.
Let's check on our balsamic vinegar.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead, you can eat it. That's completely fine.
Okay.
Yes.
I think
Check
it's-
your balsamic vinegar.
I think it's
Like
what-
I said, this step is going to take about 10 minutes or so. So what we're going to do now is we're going to pause.
Oop.
Viewers, you'll have plenty of time to let the balsamic vinegar sit and go from there. What we're going to do is we're going to ask you to just go ahead and pause the video. When your balsamic is that consistency that we were talking about, set it in a bowl and let it come to room temperature. It take about 3 to 6.
Okay. Awesome. Okay. We'll see you guys in just a minute.
Welcome back, everybody. Caprese is assembled on a side plate, just like what you're going to do. Your balsamic vinegar should be done and at room temperature as well in
Yes.
a side bowl.
Right here.
What we're going to do is make sure if your waters are filling, we're going to start that next process after this. So just kind of make sure, take a look at your water that's on the stove. Make sure
Boiling.
that's still
Yep.
going. If it's boiling, that's complete.
We're boiling.
You have a flat spatula.
Okay.
Perfect. If you have a flat spatula, sorry.
Okay. There you
I haven't even had a drink yet. Someone across words, folks. So you'll take your silicone spatula or a small spoon, and we are just going to go ahead and drizzle it over the Caprese.
Ooh. Drizzle it. Just go like that.
go. Oh
Is that
boy.
what, look at. Oh my goodness. I feel so chef-like.
Little drizzle.
Little drizzle. Look at that, babe. Doesn't
This
that
is
look amazing?
I call this fufu, Brian. Fufu. We're not used to fufu, but that's okay.
Okay, Al's not used to
As
fufu.
best- Yeah, I mean, we'll make it as best of a 5-star restaurant as possible.
Yeah.
If you do have screaming kids, I mean, most of the time you're not going to run into that, but it's okay. We can pretend as best as possible.
I don't know how many stars Applebee's is, but they usually don't have this one, but that's okay.
Exactly.
Ooh, how does
And
that look,
it
babe?
will look something like that.
Wow. Okay. Well, mine's
I'm gonna
mine's
say
a little
it looks
more.
something like that. Yeah.
Well, maybe not quite like
That's
that,
completely
but
fine.
Something is pretty subjective, so I'm going to say
yes.
yes.
I love it. That's perfect.
Look at that,
The
babe.
best
That's
thing about
perfect.
cooking, and I've always said this to my cooking
Oh,
shows,
yes. Hold
is
on.
it does not have to be perfect. We're here to have fun.
Okay. Here we go.
And we're here to share in the moment of fellowship with each other. So go ahead and try it. Let us know how it tastes. Fantastic.
Right?
Good. Let me tell you what,
Perfect.
it's different and it's good. Let me tell you what we usually have for appetizers.
No, this is what Al usually has for appetizers. Okay.
This is my usual appetizer, so this is a little different, but I like it. I like it. We'll save this for later.
Those are the Fritos. That's
This will be for the show later on. I don't know what you after appetizers. How about
okay.
that?
That's him being bougie. Okay.
There you
That's
go.
when you put the bean dip in the
I
little
had
cup.
that last week for the Super Bowl.
There you go. There you go.
That's it.
All right. Okay, so that was good. So that was our
Those are
appetizer.
delicious.
I'm digging it. I'm digging it.
Perfect. So the next step, we're going to want to prep our chicken. We're going to take a moment and do that. You should have 2 chicken breasts if it's just for the 2 of you. If you're a larger family and you're enjoying it all together, obviously you want to have some more. That's going to be roughly about a pound and a half if you're at the store or anything like that. And we're going to want to cube them up. We'll go through this process together. We're going to cube them up in about a 1-inch cube.
Okay.
Okay, so Brian, I told Al he didn't need a ruler for this.
Yes.
Is that right?
You did say an inch.
Yeah, I did say an inch. So
Okay.
if you do, some people,
There you go.
Ooh. Oh, you cut that one. I'll cut this one.
fantastic.
Let's see.
I am going to change my glove now. I tend to cook with a glove as I don't like my hands to get all messy.
Okay. Well, we almost had a big mess because I almost cut my finger off, but that's okay.
No, you almost
We're
cut
good.
my finger off.
We're good. All right.
See, this is why we do not cook in the kitchen. Actually, this is going very well right now, babe. I'm proud of us.
That's right.
So,
That's right.
neither of us have
We
been
have
triggered.
the same problem here, so.
Okay. Look at that. I am.
Okay.
There we go.
We
Okay.
probably need to clean our hands somewhere, right?
Yes, hold on.
Now, do you have a bowl to put these in, or do you have any sort of plastic bag or anything? Fantastic. All right. So you're going to want to grab your flour once these are cut up,
Okay.
and we're going to take a tablespoon of flour, tablespoon right.
About a tablespoon?
Put it right over the chicken.
Okay. Well, here, over the
Yes,
chicken,
tablespoon
so.
of flour right over the chicken.
Okay. There we go.
Another way to dredge the chicken is to put it in a plastic bag.
Okay.
Gallon-sized bag is fine, and you can dredge it that way just by
Okay.
shaking it around.
Okay.
Before we do that, we're going to throw just about a tablespoon of salt in here as
Okay.
well.
The salt, and babe, I need a tablespoon.
I'm sorry, a teaspoon.
Oh,
Let me
yeah,
correct
that was a lot of
teaspoon
salt,
My
right?
bad.
Okay.
I caught myself. So a
There
teaspoon
we
of salt
go.
and a teaspoon.
Keep going. There we go. Okay, a teaspoon of salt, and then a teaspoon of.
Okay, here's something to clean your.
Correct, with pepper in there. So you'll put that in there.
We'll go like this. Okay. Okay.
And let me know when you're done with that.
Okay, so I have the flour, the salt, the pepper.
Perfect. And then we're going to take our store-bought Italian seasoning
There we go.
There.
and 1.5 teaspoons of that.
Okay, so 1.5.
Okay, I'm doing good on the water here. It's boiling.
Fantastic. So what we're gonna go ahead and dredge this chicken. And let's add our pasta to the boiling water.
Babe,
Oh, okay.
can you handle this?
My
I
wife
can do
did
it.
that.
All right.
Okay.
So when you say dredge,
Yeah, the
Brian,
whole box.
when you say dredge, do I get my hands in there and?
With your hands, correct.
Okay. It's the only way to
We're gonna
cook.
get down and dirty. For the people who don't like to get their hands dirty, that's where the gallon bag comes in. You shake it around, it puts an even amount on there. Most people do it that way.
I don't. This is more environmentally conscious, I think. Okay. There we go.
Perfect. You just want to make sure all the chicken sides have some sort of flour on
Okay,
there. That's going to add the crispiness of our chicken.
Okay, I think they do. We will find out though.
Perfect. And I noticed you guys had the same process. So it's gluten-free, correct?
Yes, it is.
All right, so the main difference on gluten-free flours is not your traditional flour, your wheat flour. So you're going to want to make sure that we stir this occasionally every couple of minutes.
Okay. Did you
Get
say that,
together.
babe?
Now it is going to take a little bit longer
Stir
to
it.
boil than
Stir
your
it.
traditional wheat flour pasta.
Stir
Oh,
it.
okay.
Just a couple times or every couple minutes.
Okay.
Okay, he's in charge of that, so.
Perfect. We're going to set the chicken aside, and we are going to grab our 12-inch skillet or 12-inch pot or pan.
This
You
one?
have
Get that big
on
one.
it.
Okay.
We're going to put it on medium-high heat.
Medium high.
Medium high, okay.
And again, I'm going to change my glove to make sure that I'm not going to be cross-contaminating anything.
Okay. And we are using wipes
All
every
right.
time, so I think we're good. I think.
Perfect. All right, so we're going to take, now you can eyeball this. I am a butter guy, so I love butter in there.
Yes.
That's why I said just have a stick of thinking.
Yes.
I'm going to put a hefty amount of 2 tablespoons of butter in there inside the pan, along with 1 tablespoon of olive oil.
Okay. So, I got my butter. Okay. And then, what'd you say, a tablespoon?
A tablespoon of olive oil inside
Okay.
the pan.
Okay.
Set everything else to the side. And a very important step, if you're not familiar with cooking chicken, is you want to make sure that your pan is really hot. You want to make sure that the oil and the butter are bubbling before you put any chicken in there, or else it'll stick. That'll just create a mess in your pan, and it'll cause burnt ends to form.
Oh my goodness, I just learned something.
And that big pan should be on medium or high, you said?
Medium high.
Medium.
In between medium high.
Okay, all right.
You don't want to put it medium high.
Okay.
Is what we're going to stick with. If it needs to go higher, we can definitely go higher.
Okay.
Okay.
And while we're letting this go, one of you just grab a clean cutting board. We're going to want to chop our parsley.
Okay, so.
If your garlic is not already minced, you're going to want to mince
Yeah.
your garlic as well.
Move it over here. A little miscommunication going on in the kitchen. I'm letting,
Completely fine.
our director is giving us direction and we're not following it.
I wouldn't say that. I probably should have told you to clean it right after you cut the chicken.
So it's your fault, Brian, it's your fault.
I will take blame for that. I will definitely take
Do
blame.
I gotta do that too? That looks real chef-like. Do I gotta do this? Is that what it is?
Exactly. Do that. You're going to want to coat your pan.
Wow.
And as you can see, I'm going to try to get as close as possible. There's little bubbles forming inside of here.
Okay.
My wife and I, we're lactose intolerant, so we can't have dairy, and she cannot have gluten.
Oh,
So
okay.
what we're using is this plant-based butter. It's country crop, plant-based olive oil butter. And it's a very good imitation butter. Doesn't burn like normal plant-based butters. It acts as it. And you're probably asking, why am I using an olive oil butter along with olive oil?
We were just thinking
the
that.
olive oil butter, see, the olive oil butter is whipped together and it's going to add a creamy flavor to it.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
all right.
And if you ever get a chance to check out my Facebook or anything like that, you'll notice that 99% of my dishes are, dairy-free and gluten-free.
Oh,
Yeah,
Nice.
exactly.
Then
That's the
Al
same with my wife's baking.
Yeah, Al won't be visiting your page then, but I will.
See, when you try the meals, and you cannot tell the difference. If I would have never told you that, you would have not once been able to tell the difference.
Exactly.
that's what she always tells me. Because I look in the trash after dinner, I'm like, what was that,
That's fantastic. So double check on your pasta before we throw the chicken in there.
Okay.
Just make sure that your pasta's not sticky. Give it a little.
Okay.
Okay,
And
so
is your butter boiling?
It
Or,
is.
you know, bubbling?
Yes, it is.
Perfect. So take your one piece of chicken, and we're just gonna test the waters basically, and make sure that it's not gonna stick. You're gonna want to hear a loud sizzling sound when
Okay.
you put that in there after a couple seconds.
Okay, here we go. Do I hear sizzling? I think I hear some sizzling.
I don't think I'm hearing any sizzling, so kind of low. You know what? This is well, no, it's max temp. Okay.
There we go.
I think we're hearing sizzling.
Perfect. So take that piece of chicken, if you have a spatula, stir it around, see if it moves around the pan easily. That's how you know it's not gonna stick to the pan.
Oh, okay. It's moving around easily.
Perfect. So you're gonna want to take, depending on how much chicken you have, we want to make sure that there's enough room in between each piece of chicken.
Oh.
If you overload the pan, we may have to do this once or 2 or 3 times. But if you overload the pan, it actually won't crisp up the chicken. They'll be too close together to do that.
Oh,
Okay. I
okay.
just learned something else. This is awesome.
We usually load it up.
That's
We do.
That's a lot of what I try to do on the cooking shows, especially for people who don't often cook much at home. You just want to make sure you give them these little tips, because this is all stuff that I had to learn as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brian, while we're doing that, how do they get? How can they see all the other stuff that both of you guys do? How can they get to that stuff?
Yeah, so Emily has a Facebook and an Instagram. It's Emily Sweet Eat, so it's going to be at EMILEE, Sweet Eats with an S at the end. And you can check her out on Instagram and Facebook, and then you'll find me at Crites Comfort Cooking. That's going to be CRITES Comfort Cooking, and I'm on Facebook and Instagram as well. You'll see some cooking tutorials up there. There hasn't been much updated recently, but Emily is always baking. She takes pre-orders for whatever event you have, birthdays, and she's primarily focusing within cupcakes and cakes right now.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Exactly. Now, while the chicken's cooking, we're going to put one of us on the chicken. So I'll go ahead and oversee the chicken.
Okay.
You can delegate whatever you want to that. The other person's actually going to chop the parsley and mince the garlic.
Can
Okay.
you do it, babe?
So you do the mincing. What do you want me to do? This? Just turn this?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Now,
Ow. Okay.
and this is only for those who have not prepped it. We wanted to go through this process to show you how to prep it in the case that you weren't sure how to chop it or mince or anything like that.
Okay.
So I have mine minced and chopped. I have our parsley here. It's 2 tablespoons is what we want to come out to when it's chopped.
Okay.
So if you take about a handful of the parsley, you're going to want to find them chopped there. And then for me, I'm a garlic lover. My recipe says 4 cloves of garlic. Go ahead and throw the whole head in there if you're okay with that. That's what I did. You just want anywhere between 1 and 2 teaspoons of that as well.
Okay, and Brian, how do I get the skin off?
Oh, yes. Important step there. So what you're going to do is if your garlic's not already pre-mixed, you're going to take the garlic, you're going to put the knife flat end over it, and you're just going to pound it on your cutting board. That's going to open up the garlic flow.
Oh my
Now
God.
you start chopping it, you'll remove the skin and so on and so forth.
Man.
The chicken is looking
how's that chicken
delicious.
coming?
Oh, it's looking really good. It's really looking
Fantastic. You're going to want to make sure you flip this chicken, and you're going to see that the bottom side that was on the pan is browning up.
good. Okay.
Flip that chicken, like I said, we don't want to overcrowd the flavor or anything like that.
Looks good.
Did you hear that, babe? You don't want to overcrowd the flavor.
Don't overcrowd it.
So that pasta, go ahead and check your pasta there as well.
Yep. I think
A little bit harder than al dente.
I really think that
Some
it's
people
probably
don't know
ready.
what that is. Al dente is right before it's just, soft enough.
Okay.
So you're gonna want to take one piece of that pasta out, set it on the countertop. It's not spaghetti, so you can't throw it on the wall to make sure that it's go.
I think it's ready, Brian. I just tried it. It's really good.
Fantastic. It's perfect. So you're going to want to strain that.
Okay.
And then what you'll do is you'll set it aside and drizzle just a little bit of olive oil over it so that it doesn't stick together.
Okay.
Okay,
So I'm going to strain it.
Oh, 1 sec on that though. You're going to want to reserve about half a cup of that pasta water.
Of the water. Okay.
serve
Of the water
there's
itself.
some of the
That
water
flavored
itself.
pasta water is what you're going to want to reserve.
I will do that.
Okay.
This chicken is browning up here. I'll give it once to the camera. Chicken is browning up just fine. I have
Okay.
my lovely wife here, my assistant, standing next to me. She would be prepping the parsley and the garlic, but that's already prepped. So,
So I'm almost done prepping here. Okay.
fantastic.
Brian,
All
should
the pasta is still going, so it's gonna be a couple more minutes on mine.
Brian, I got a question on the pasta.
Yes.
On the pasta, did you say should I run cold water over it, or should you just let it keep staying hot?
No, do not rinse the pasta, actually. Do not rinse the pasta. You're gonna want to
Do
keep
not.
that flavor of the pasta water over.
And then okay, and then
Okay.
he's gonna want, once it drains, he's gonna want to put some olive oil over it, right?
Yes, correct. While
Okay.
it's strained, you're gonna want to go ahead and drizzle some olive oil over that so it does not stick.
Okay.
Okay.
Make sure your chicken's still good. You don't want to burn it. You just
Yes.
crisp up nice,
Third in there.
nice and brown.
Yes.
I'm gonna take it pretty.
I love it, Brian, because we're learning things. We're learning things.
I love it.
We are.
I appreciate you guys bringing us on as well.
Yeah. Oh, we love it.
Something I'm extremely passionate about, and I love.
Look, did you see that? He was in my space. He was in my space, Brian.
Yeah,
Is this
I
olive
have
oil?
been told that many
Yes,
times
it
before.
is.
and I've
Do I
been
put the whole
once.
thing?
No.
You're in my space. I need room here. As you can see, we're in a smaller apartment, not as nice of a kitchen as where you're at,
There we go.
but we will make it work.
There we go.
So
Yep,
if
mix
your
that.
chicken is crispy enough and you see that it's, we're going to want to go ahead and stick this on a plate, either with a paper towel or some way to just go ahead and trap that oil and butter.
Okay. So we're gonna grab some
What do we need?
paper towels, babe.
Okay. You
Get
grab some paper towels.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay.
This is still cooking there. That's good there.
And where are we going to put this?
And then we're gonna want to do this on a plate, right?
Yeah, and you're going to want to put it on a plate. So you'll take
Okay.
the chicken
Al is grabbing
with a
the plate.
spoon or a spatula, and make sure you keep the butter in there, because if you have
Okay.
a second batch of chicken, you're going to want to cook that
Yeah.
right away.
Okay. Okay, here we go. Look at this. Look at this. This is teamwork right here.
That's right.
Look at
It
this.
is
My
teamwork, I love
goodness. Look at us working as a team, babe. See, we can do this.
I think because we don't know how to do this, we're working. Because I think the problem is when we get in the kitchen and we know what we're doing and we don't want anybody to tell us what to do.
Yeah, because Al thinks he's always right.
That's right. So today I have no idea. So
Okay, just cut that over there because this is cooking up.
Let me know when you guys have that and added your second amount of chicken.
I just added that second chicken to cook up.
We are going to prep our side dish. I'm going to have my lovely wife go ahead and do that.
Okay.
is that
Our
the?
side dish tonight is going to be the asparagus. So if your
Ooh.
asparagus is not already cut, we're going to want to go ahead, make sure it's washed.
It
And
is
that is
washed.
dry.
It is.
Perfect. And you're going to take your asparagus, you're going to chop off about an inch of it.
Okay.
Just where the white, and it should look something like this
Gonna
here.
make it a mess over here. Okay. I can do that. I can do that.
Now the nice thing about this dish is it's not going to take you too long. Very quick and easy. And it's very, very flavorful.
Sounds like it.
Yeah. We like flavor.
Alright, so I think our pasta's done now. You don't want to go ahead and drain that, take this down here. Yep. Reserve about half cup. We've got some pasta water there for us. That's perfect. And this is an important step of draining the pasta water. A lot of people are like, why do you want to save that water? Well, it has the flavor from the pasta in there. It has the salt flavor. That's why we added the salt before. What it's going to do is it's going to help deglaze your can when you're cooking the chicken.
Oh.
Or when you're done cooking the chicken.
Okay.
The chicken's already tasting amazing.
Fantastic. Yeah, try it as you go.
Oh, I did. I did.
Try the chicken as you go.
That's what real chefs do, right?
Yeah, I normally do.
Well, there we go.
I love to make it a little crispy too. It's good.
I love that as well.
Okay.
Alright. Just make sure. What? Oh, yeah. Make sure all the while. Then you're done, just make sure it's
Okay. There we go. Got our last there.
So, Emily's over here straining our pasta.
Okay.
There we go.
So we're there on that one.
Oops.
How's that chicken? Good? Yep, I love
It looks
the flavor of this
amazing.
chicken.
It looks
Very simple,
amazing.
Salt, pepper,
Oops.
flour, and that Italian seasoning. You'll have the basil, the oregano. Some Italian seasonings have rosemary in it, so you get all the little hints of that besides this chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. You just put our pasta back in the pan just to kind of keep it a little bit warm. If you want to do that as well, you don't have to
Put
keep
that
it
back in the
strainer.
pan.
Put what in?
Oh, it's in a bowl here, so.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Hey, let's not get so focused
All right.
and forget it's Valentine's Eve.
It's Valentine's Eve, people,
That's
so
right.
take time to give your honey a smoochie
Yep.
because
And an appetizer.
babe, you did good.
Appetizer, take your appetizer, try the chicken as you go. Try a little bit of the pasta as you go. Here's another important step if you are drinking. Here we have, I don't know how to pronounce it, and I should. Sauvignon Blanc.
Blanc.
So I have some of this wine here.
Okay.
We're going to use this to deglaze, but if you want to go ahead and drink it, it pairs very, very well with this lemon butter chicken.
Okay, Brian,
Yeah.
is it wrong if you have Moscato with everything? Because I like sweet, and I have Moscato with chicken, beef, fish, veggies, and my kids, well, I'm not even going to tell you what they say about that, but because they're all bougie and they think I need to pair it with Sauvignon Blanc, whatever all these other wines are. So Moscato's
See,
just
you're like
kind of,
me.
right? It covers it all, right? Problem
See,
solved.
I like Modelo with everything. So if you favor beer, you can have a beer with us as well. And if you are not drinking, that's completely fine. That's what we have the pasta water there for, is to help you deglaze this pan. So we're
Okay.
going to do a big in this recipe. We're both going to use the pasta water to deglaze the pan when it's done,
Okay.
and the wine.
Okay. Sounds like a
But what I've
plan.
done is I have set aside 2 glasses for my wife and I to enjoy.
All right.
Cheers.
Would it be kind of tacky if you take a sip from the bottle?
No, not at all. I was just trying to be classy here, so I would have taken it from the bottle as well.
Brian, so the chicken's done, and do I want to keep the oil in here? Keep it on a flame or turn it off?
If your chicken's done, ours is almost done here.
Okay.
You're gonna want to turn the heat down so very well
Okay.
to the lowest point as possible. We don't want to burn that.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know if you have another lemon, actually. You're going to want to take your lemon and just, right now is the time to cut it in half. We're going to get ready to add all the ingredients in to yours. So our chicken's almost done.
Okay. There.
Stir it. We have our side ready to go. If you would like, while we're cooking the chicken, we can get you some side.
Okay.
Just grabbing your little frying pan.
Grab your frying pan.
The big one?
The big one or
The one from the chicken?
Okay. The smaller one.
Okay, got it, got it.
Okay.
Smaller one for your side. Okay. And we're going to want to throw this one over medium-high heat as well.
Okay.
It's always already at medium-high.
Okay.
Add a tablespoon of olive oil in there. You can go a little bit more, a little bit less, depending on how flavorful
Okay.
you want
I
yours
need
to
to get
be.
over here.
Okay.
We're just going to let this a little heat up in the pan and cook it very well.
Okay. There we go.
All right, we got a lot of stuff going on here, so this is about the time I try to reset and throw everything away, but we're gonna keep rolling with it.
Yeah, this is kind of bugging him, okay?
It's completely fine. Normally, I'm not looking forward to the dishes afterwards. Normally, I like to do the dishes as I go.
Yeah.
I'm not a messy kitchen kind of guy either, so.
Oh, I just make
If
a,
it
I
is
just
ready to eat one, you can start washing
make
the
a
dishes.
mess. Oh, I just make a mess, huh, babe?
Yeah.
This is what it looks like when I cook. Just like, now look at him.
Just trying to make a little
All
space.
natural and free flow, I like it.
All right. Okay. Now we can move forward. Oop, here we go.
Right here. There we go.
Right. Perfect. Now that on that end, our stuff's just sitting in the sink. What we're gonna do is you're just gonna wanna check your olive oil, make sure, not smoking.
Okay.
And just, coat the pan just like that, Al, perfect.
Okay.
The pan, there
Supposed
you
to
go.
be medium, right?
You got medium high heat, correct?
Okay, medium high. Okay. Okey-dokey.
For some reason, our chicken's taking a lot longer this round than it did before.
Oh, that's okay. It's not plant-based chicken, is it?
No, it's definitely not. It is definitely not. That's a big step as well. If you are vegan or you are indulging in a plant-based option, I have not personally tried it that way.
Yeah.
You know, just cook it up to the direction that it says to cook it.
Okay.
If you don't want to go the plant-based option whatsoever, you don't have to do any of this in the future. If you want to go ahead and just make the sauce, I'll show you how to make the sauce now. And just dredge it or toss it in some pasta. It'll be just fine from there.
Okay.
Okay.
Very, very flavorful.
I was wondering if it works with hamburger. Or
I
no?
don't know if it'll work with him.
Okay. All right.
I don't know if it'll work with him. So maybe chicken wings, right? You can always try it with
Steak, prime rib. Ribeye.
Ribeye. Chicken wings. I like that.
We'll
Oh,
do it with some ribeye.
All right, so you're gonna want to take one piece of asparagus, just like we did the chicken. Toss it in there. You want to make sure.
Oh,
Okay.
and that, that's with the
One
olive
more.
oil?
Smaller piece. There we go. Okay. Ready? Ready? Here we go.
And you're gonna hear an awesome sizzle.
Nope. You got to turn it up, babe. There we go. We just might have to try this again. Okay. I'm gonna grab another piece and we're gonna try
I
it
hear
again.
something sizzling.
Well, Al didn't sizzle there, so we're gonna try this again. Okay. Okay. Ready? Here we go.
It's sizzling, yes, it's
We're
sizzling.
getting there. Okay, there we go.
Perfect. So let's throw all of the asparagus in there now. And we're gonna throw about a tablespoon of salt. You can put as much or as little salt as you want.
Okay.
A tablespoon of salt.
Not a tablespoon, a teaspoon. I keep messing that up.
What was-
I keep messing that up.
Okay.
So forgive me if you just completely ruined your dish.
No, that's okay. What are we putting in there?
A teaspoon.
A teaspoon.
A teaspoon.
Okay.
Teaspoon of salt.
Teaspoon. Okay.
Okay, teaspoon of salt.
That's the smaller one.
Yes.
That's all, correct.
Okay.
And then we're gonna throw some pepper in here. Freshly cracked if you like.
Okay. There we go. And a little pepper.
Okay.
Right there. Just shake it in there.
Okay.
Okay.
We're gonna go ahead. Just roll this around. A little chef shake.
A little chef shake. A little chef shake there.
Okay. So I'm gonna do a chef move.
And don't feel comfortable with that. You can take your tongs, do your spatula, just
Oh,
move
there
these
you go.
asparagus around.
Okay.
And if you see it starting to smoke, always, bring down your heat just a little bit. We don't want these to burn, but we definitely want them to cook.
Okay.
And my wife already did that for us. She brought the heat down. Each stove is different, so you definitely want to eyeball this and make sure.
Okay. Alright, looking good.
All right, so our chickens, what I'm going to do exactly what you did. I'm going to put our stove down to low heat for now, so we don't burn that oil.
Okay.
Put the chicken off to the side. And this is where most of the multitasking is going to come in. Is in
Okay.
this next few steps here. All right, so let me know when you guys are ready, and we can go in and start making our garlic butter lemon sauce.
We can start doing our garlic butter lemon sauce. I'm ready.
All right, so what we're going to do is if you already juiced it, but if any seeds fall in there, you'll want to go ahead and take the seeds out.
Okay.
This is a small spoon or anything like that. If you have a lemon squeezer, you can go ahead and use that and it'll catch the seeds for you.
Okay. The whole lemon, Brian?
All right, add your 2 tablespoons of parsley, the fresh parsley in there.
Okay. Added.
Add your garlic, your minced garlic, however much you want in there. We'll start with a
There we
teaspoon
go.
and a half. I got it correct this time.
Yep, I think I got a teaspoon and a half at
You want to make
least.
sure it's about 4 cloves or more. And we're going to bring the heat back up to medium.
Okay.
So if yours has numbers on it, bring it to a 4 or a 5, and we're just going to stir all of this around.
Okay.
Brian, when do I know that the asparagus is like ready? How do you know?
So great question. That's where I'm going back. I'm going to go ahead and turn mine. The asparagus is going to turn from that pale green to a very, very bright green color, just like this.
That's it right
Are
there.
And you'll continue.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's looking
Some
pretty
of them
bright.
will be brown, if you like that. Me personally, I like my asparagus a little brown.
Okay. Okay, I'm
Not burnt.
gonna cook it a little bit longer. Hey, it smells amazing in here. A lot different than last week. It smelled like nacho cheese all week last week for Super Bowl, but this smells even better.
That's right.
Although nacho cheese smelled good too.
What we're going to want to do is now's the time to add an additional 2 tablespoons of butter into our pan with the
Yes.
parsley and garlic.
I was hoping you were going to say that.
I definitely was going to say that.
Oh my goodness. There it goes.
We're
Oh,
going to take your wine, if you're using a wine,
yes.
I'm going to throw the wine in there.
No, just some. Just pour it in.
Yeah, you can use about a half a cup.
Okay. That
Half a
looks
cup, quarter cup, however much you want with enough oil out.
Sure, half a
Okay.
cup. Well, it's about like half a cup, I think.
That's good.
Depending on how much wine you
Right?
use in there, is going to determine how much pasta water you're going to use. So
Okay.
I'm going to put a little spoon of this pasta water. I'm going to throw it in there as well.
Okay, so
Brian, when the asparagus is ready, do we turn it down or just take it off?
So you'll take it off and remove it from the heat.
Okay.
Ours is ready on this end as
Okay.
well.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Brian, what did you say about the pasta water?
Pasta water, depending on how much wine you put in there,
Yes.
will determine how much pasta water you put.
Okay.
So in total, you're going to want about 3/4 of a cup of both of them.
Okay.
We're going to bring this up to a boil. So you can
Okay.
adjust your heat a little bit higher.
Okay.
You want to do that, babe? Look at how beautiful pasta water is. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I missed a couple pastas
Oops,
in there.
we missed
So
a couple pastas. That's okay. There we go. Okay. And we're bringing that to a boil, right?
We'll bring that to a boil.
Okay.
Make sure our pasta's still good. I didn't get a chance to try my second round of chicken, so I'm going to make sure that's still good.
oh yeah.
Oh, let's see. Yes, I agree.
I was thinking that
Fantastic.
it would be easy to end up ready at the end and there's no chicken left.
Yeah, very easy. The chicken itself, a lot of people, I've actually told this recipe to a few people, and they were very hesitant at first. They're like, there's not going to be enough flavor in the chicken. But that is how you seasoning, the salt and pepper, the flour, it's plenty when it's cut up in an inch cube. That flavor gets all the way around it. So,
Yes, it's delicious.
very good.
I just made another appetizer with some chicken. How about
Oh, yeah,
that?
you did just make that appetizer. By the time it comes down to sit for dinner, we might be full.
It might be veggie. It might be veggie pasta at the end.
Alright. Now the flavor's gonna get, the chicken's gonna get more in just a few minutes, so.
Okay.
Keep
Okay. So we just, okay, so it's boiling.
it up to a boil. We don't let this simmer here for a few minutes.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna move
You
over
alright,
here.
Christine?
Boil to a simmer.
Perfect. And bring it to a simmer, correct.
Okay. So what exactly does that mean, Brian?
That chicken is very, very good.
I'm going to.
Yeah, so a simmer here is very similar to it bubbling. So it's just a very, very steady bubbling that's allowing the wine to cook into it and cook off.
I am so simmering right now.
Looks good.
That's perfect.
Looks good.
Normally when I say I'm simmering, it's not good. I'm in an angry mood or something like that.
Well-
but right now, simmering is good.
That's
know what?
right.
That's what we
I was
want.
gonna say when I'm simmering, yeah, we're just gonna keep it PG, okay?
Exactly.
Remember, it's
All right,
Valentine's.
so
Oh.
we'll let this keep going. Ours
TMI.
is boiling out. See, if you see, it's going to start thickening up. You're going to see the water starts to boil off and evaporate.
Okay.
Same with the wine. It's going to almost look like a chimichurri sauce, if you know what that is.
Yeah. Oh, yum. We need to make that next, Brian.
I can definitely do that.
Oh.
We can do a carne asada taco night.
Ooh.
Yeah.
For that, so
Oh.
I would love to do this again. This is been a blast so far.
I
Yes.
guess this is, you know what? This is advertisement for our upcoming Cooking with Brian and Emily again.
There you go.
So get ready, people.
There you go. We will be back. We will be back for sure.
Yes. Yes.
You know what
we'll
else?
do, if you have your flour still there, I don't know if you guys still have flour there.
Yes.
Take a little bit of pinch of flour and let's throw it in here and let's let it thicken up a little bit.
Okay.
more. Small pinch.
Just a
Put
small
that right
pinch.
in there. It'll help thicken the
Oops.
sauce up. for you.
Oops. A pinch. There we go. We'll put that right there.
Perfect.
Oops.
All right, and we're just about ready.
Oh, that looks
Before
amazing.
asparagus, if you haven't tried it yet, make sure that you try it.
I haven't even tried it yet.
You're gonna get that flavor of olive oil, salt, the pepper, everything good in there.
This is perfection.
Very good.
Very easy. It can be paired with anything. I like to make this asparagus when you have just a standard lemon chicken with mashed potatoes. That's a good way to do it as well.
Very good.
I would pair this with biscotto. Definitely.
There we go. I love that. I love that. All right, so my sauce here is thickened up. You can see it.
Mine is
it'll leave
too.
like a spoon line here, spoon track when you go ahead and put her up.
Okay, so
Okay.
you need a little more.
We're gonna take this chicken and add it back into this sauce.
Okay. I think we're ready.
Are you ready?
Yep, we're ready.
All right.
Chicken's going into the sauce. Oh, look at that.
And earlier when I said the pasta, the reason why we didn't want it too soft and we wanted it just a little bit harder than al dente is we're actually going to toss some of this pasta back in with the chicken.
Okay.
And we don't want it to break apart when
Gotcha.
we're tossing it into the chicken.
All right. So, babe, can you grab the chicken?
The
The
what?
pasta, I mean.
The pasta? Oh,
The pasta.
okay.
And then get that spoon there, and you're going to put some in.
Okay.
Okay.
Perfect. So we have aubergine here.
Just some?
Yep.
Spread this around. You did a
About
great
half of
job of making sure that you get the sauce all the way around the chicken. What we're going to do,
It looks.
we're going to take some of our pasta. You can do a spoonful at a time. You don't want to overload the
Yes.
pan right away.
Go ahead.
If you wouldn't mind stirring this as I add it.
Mmm. This looks amazing.
Any more? That good?
A little bit more.
It
This
looks.
is a great concept that I never would have thought of this, Al, if you wanted to reach out to me.
Yeah.
Couples cooking in the kitchen and spending quality time together.
Yes. That's
What
Yes.
I tend to do
title.
with my cooking shows is,
Look at
since we started it during COVID, I tend to highlight some of the good things that COVID has brought around.
Yes.
Because we always talk about the bad things that COVID has brought around, but it's actually brought my wife and I closer together, us and our kids closer together. It's allowed us to just share our passion in cooking and baking together.
Yes.
So that's one of the good things that I try to highlight
Yeah.
right now on the eve of Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
I'm just being thankful for each other.
No, that's great. That's awesome, Brian. Both of you guys. You know what's good too. What's good too. I'll kind of make another point on that too. Is sometimes like it's not what we like to do, but we know that when we do it, because maybe our spouse likes to do it, maybe her love language is quality time. Well, this is a great way to. Yep, Leticia's is quality time. This is a great way to say I'm going to speak her love language. I would rather be doing something else, but I'm going to try to fill her love tank and do something in quality time to really
Yes.
bless her.
And then I
this is
can
good.
go speak his language and go, oh, thank you, babe.
That's right.
Physical touch.
That's right. No, that's good. Good stuff. Good stuff. This is fun.
I
Okay.
love that. That's a very good point. So my wife has this stirred up. You can actually turn off the heat now because you don't want to burn the pasta. If you've been adding your pasta in slowly, that's fine.
Yes. There we go. Oh my gosh, that looks
If you
amazing.
haven't, you can continue to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just get our plates ready here.
Okay.
Let me
Babe,
get our
grab
plates.
Grab our plates, babe.
Oh,
It's plating time.
Whole plating.
The good thing about it is, if you are watching this video right now, what you could do is you could plate your food, eat it during the baking process of your dessert.
oh,
So
there
I
you
like
go.
that idea. I like that idea.
I like that.
So,
Especially for tonight,
We're gonna
because
plate it.
I was saying especially because tonight in a little while we're going to jump on Zoom and we're going to watch comedy. We're going to watch a great comedy show, so that's a good idea. All right, she's plating away.
so, okay. There's that. And then we're chicken, okay.
Perfect. So I just throw if it's just the two of you, throw half of that asparagus on there,
Okay?
Yep.
depending on how much and how hungry you are for the pasta. And that's our finishing touch right there.
Wow. There you go, babe.
And I'm sure you'll get a good shot of your plate as well.
Wow. Looks delicious. I'm so glad I didn't load up on that Fritos and bean dip because I wouldn't even be hungry right now. That
This
looks delicious.
That looks so amazing. So let's see. Okay.
Notice when you do try it, the
Yeah,
flavor of that chicken is so much better.
that's so good.
Okay, my
It
turn.
really is. It really is. Wow. That is so good.
For us, we have leftovers, so I don't know about you all. We did all this keep eating, but the next thing that we're going to get into is you can start eating out and come back to the bake. You can pause it now
Okay.
and come back to doing the baking process later, or you can continue on with us. I'll have Emily show you the process of baking this Suzuki or deep dish cookie.
Okay.
And then while you're eating, it's going to take you about 20 minutes or so for it to bake. So you have about 20 minutes to spend quality time with your other person, and you can come back, maybe she set a time. So I'll let my beautiful wife take over the line.
You know what, Brian? When you said bake, I thought I heard you say make out.
That's always a good point as well.
Yeah.
Always take time with your significant other.
There
to
you go.
make out.
There you go. Hey Brian, so on the chicken, I mean, it is so tasty. I'm assuming we can do the same thing like with the whole chicken breast and make that like an entree and with some potatoes or something on the side. Well, do you ever do it like that instead of cutting it in halves, right?
I have.
That was so good.
Yes, that's
tasty.
a great point, Al. So that chicken there, I would still recommend cutting it prior, just to make sure that you get all the flavor from the Italian seasoning. You don't over salt it or anything like that. But what you can do is some rosemary. Either put this on you. You do some rosemary potatoes, like red potatoes. You do that if you have an air fryer. I'll have a good recipe out later this week for that. So just visit my page. I'll make sure to show you. I've done it with mashed potatoes, roasted potatoes. I've done it over a bed of rice with some zucchini on the side.
Wow.
So there's a lot of different ways that you can use this chicken out. Thank you for bringing that up.
That is so tasty, man. Digging it.
All right, so this process here, like I said, if you need to pause and go ahead and eat, come back to your baking, that's fine. Your oven's already preheated. We can go from there. Letting it cook for 20 minutes, coming back to it, enjoying it for a very, just a so good dessert. I'm excited for it.
Wow, what an amazing
That was good. That was delicious.
dinner. Was amazing. Wow. And now we got the best part is we got dessert coming up. So
Yes.
Emily is going to walk us through. Now we're going to make a great dessert. So we're ready, Emily.
All right. So today we are going to make little deep dish chocolate chip cookies for two. Super easy. You only need one mixing bowl, and everything comes together in about 20 minutes, and it's delicious and hot, and it's perfect with vanilla ice cream on top. So
Yum.
what we're gonna do first is we're gonna start with our wet ingredients.
Okay.
So I have 3 tablespoons of melted and cooled butter.
Okay.
So how many?
3 tablespoons.
Okay.
Right.
And,
So I'm just gonna dump the whole thing into the mixing bowl.
okay. Want to use that
And
spatula?
I have a little spatula to get all the
Yeah.
extras. None goes to waste around here.
That's right.
Yeah.
Look at us. We're still living together. This is awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
All right, and then I have 1 egg yolk separated from the white, so we're just gonna use the yolk, and we're gonna dump that in on top.
That's the egg yolk that you took out earlier.
Okay.
If you did choose to eat dinner prior to making your dessert, go ahead. If you already had the egg yolk out, make sure it wasn't out longer than, let's say, an hour or so, and just go ahead and replace that.
Okay.
You can bring it to room temperature a couple of minutes or so, or just keep it that way.
Hey guys, I got a quick question. Do you think now? Do we assume that because I wouldn't have known. How do you get the yolk out of the white part? Oh, okay. So everybody should know that.
I use my fingers.
Do
Your
ya?
fingers are your best tool. If you put it in a bowl, it's kind of nasty, but if you scoop it out with your fingers, the whites will fall out from your fingers. So you'll be left with the yolk.
All right. Simple enough.
Make sure you do it cold.
Do it
Yes,
while it's
always
cool.
separate your eggs cold, otherwise they turn into one big mashup of milk and egg whites. So do it while
Okay.
it's cold and then let it come to room temperature.
There we go. Okay.
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 All right. So we have our butter and our egg yolk, and then we're going to add our 1/3 cup of brown sugar.
1/3 cup.
And it's packed, so I just kind of scoop it into the container and then mash it down with the palm of my hand.
There we go. Oh, nope, need more. You can never have enough brown sugar.
No, that's what's going to give it the chewiness and flavor. So you want to go ahead and put that in your bowl.
Okay.
Perfect. And then I'm just going to give it a little bit of a whisk, kind of mash
Go ahead,
up the
babe.
brown sugar. Like
Okay.
this.
There we go.
Mash it up, mash it up. And then you can start stirring.
Okay. Now start stirring. There we go.
Make sure you get the edges, nothing gets left behind.
Okay.
And whisk out those clumps. Some clumps are okay, that's going to make it extra gooey on the inside.
Al's gonna take that as a challenge, and we might be here a while.
That's okay. I'm also still mixing the clumps out.
I think I might get my bean smasher out or something here.
That's the way to do it, Al.
I know. No lumps here.
Oh, that looks good, babe.
Yeah?
It looks good.
All right. We're ready.
When you're happy with the consistency, we are going to go ahead and add our dry ingredients. So we're going to add, I have a 1/4 cup of gluten-free flour.
1/4 cup.
And then in addition to the 1/4 cup, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of flour. So you're going to have 1/4 cup and 2 tablespoons.
Okay, so there's the tablespoon. You're gonna want to wipe that though. Okay. Okay, so we have, oh, there we go. That's our,
See, now, I don't know if you want to make a note of this, how she's actually pouring the flour in
Yes.
and then softly doing it off, so.
So don't dump your measuring cup into the flour container. You can pour it into, very gently, into the measuring cup. I like to spoon it in a little bit at a time and then level it off. But as long as you're not dunking it in and packing it down, you'll be good to go.
okay. Oh, I did it right. Okay. And that goes in our wet ingredient?
Yes, it does.
Okay, and
And then I'm
then,
adding my 2 tablespoons.
and 2 tablespoons. I don't know. I think I'm ready for the British baking bake-off thing.
Let's do it. They take you in teams. I'm sure.
Oh, let's do it, Emily. We are ready.
Yeah.
I'm
There you
ready.
go. I'll let you guys do that. I'll stick to cooking.
Okay.
All right. So you have your 1/4 cup and 2 tablespoons of flour. All right. So now we're going to add, an 1/8 teaspoon of salt. I
Oh,
don't
the
have
salt?
an 8 teaspoon measuring spoon. So I like to do a really, really healthy pinch and a half.
Okay. Go ahead.
Inch and a half?
Watch, I'll go.
Okay.
A pinch and a half. There we go.
Perfect.
Okay.
You could measure it out in a 1/4 teaspoon and then only do half.
Mhm. That was more fun.
Just, yes.
Yeah, exactly.
It feels more technical. What I did do the half of a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, because this needs to be a little bit more precise. So
Okay.
I did measure out half of the measuring spoon of baking soda.
Okay.
And you're gonna add that on top.
Okay.
I don't know about you,
And that
Al,
gets
but
mixed in?
my mouth is watering.
I know, it
I don't know
is.
how good this is gonna
Are
be.
you
It
stirring that
is.
with the spoon, Emily?
Yep.
Okay, just
Yeah.
gently? Okay.
Very gently. You don't want to over mix it, especially if you're using regular flour.
Okay.
Because Gluten-free flour is a little bit more forgiving, but you just want to make sure that it's incorporated.
Okay, scrape those
Hey,
edges.
And that,
Okay.
I was going to say, that brings up a good point. If you're not going the gluten-free route, you can just use your standard flour. What Emily and I are using is Bob's Red Mill. It's in the instruction sheet, but it's gluten-free 1-to-1 baking flour, and it has all the necessary measurements inside of it to act as a regular flour for baking.
Okay, awesome. Good to know.
All right, so if this is going to be a little bit thick right now, we're going to add one more wet ingredient. We're going to
Okay.
add a half teaspoon of vanilla.
Okay, hold on. Wait, wait, wait.
Okay. Hey, for a moment, right now, I want to encourage the guys to, so when your wife starts to be like it's singles cooking night, step in there and do some things, okay? Because don't be left behind. When we do couples paint night, I'll tell you what happens. It starts off real good, and by the end of the night, she's over there painting the whole thing by herself, and I'm just standing there. So, guys, we got to assert ourselves and jump in there and just kind of nudge them a little, and because it's couples cooking night, right? Okay.
There we go.
How's
Okay,
that?
That's good. That's awesome.
How do you get this out of there?
Go like this.
Oh, okay. Somebody should invent a tool to get that out, I'm thinking.
Okay, there we
They
go.
actually do. They have a little silicone pad that you could insert onto the whisk and then pull it down. When
Really?
you want to get all the stuff off.
There we
Yeah,
go.
it's pretty
Nice.
cool.
Okay.
Ooh, that looks good.
That looks
Alright.
amazing. Look at. Ooh.
Great. So you should have kind of a thick batter.
Mhm.
It's a little bit.
It's like a wet peanut butter almost.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now for our final ingredient, we got chocolate chips.
Okay.
And my recipe calls for a 1/4 cup of chocolate chips, but you don't measure chocolate chips with a measuring spoon.
Uh-huh.
You measure them with your heart.
Oh, I like it.
Okay.
I just eyeball it depending on how much chocolate I'm in the mood for. You can do a 1/4 cup.
Well,
You want to just pour that back in there?
I was gonna pour the bag in, but I don't think that'll work. So, and I went, Emily. I am not like a chocolate chip person, so I went with white chocolate chips.
Ooh.
'Cause that makes my heart happy.
You could even use butterscotch. You could use
You would like that.
like the peanut butter chips. You could use
Oh.
chocolate and
Caramels
peanut
or
butter
something.
chips.
Yes. Yum.
You can add nuts if you'd like.
Oh, peanut butter chips.
Peanut butter chips, right? Oh my goodness.
Now,
Okay.
for me, cookie dough is the vessel which holds the chocolate. It's just there to keep it all together. I'm all
Yes.
about chocolate.
Oh, that just looks delicious.
It does. You can smell the
Alright,
brown
So
sugar.
once you've got them all melded together, it's a
Okay.
very nice little marriage of cookie dough and chocolate chips.
Yum.
We are going to put these. Today I'm using a little ramekin. And these are, make sure that they're oven safe. Mine is porcelain and it's oven safe.
Okay.
And remind us what the oven should be so we can make sure we're there.
Your oven should be at 325.
325.
Okay. Okay, so.
All right.
Okay, we're there.
Now, if you don't have ramekins, you don't have to run out and get them. You don't have to scramble to find them. You can also make these in a muffin tin, and this will make 4 little muffin tin sizes. You bake those for about 8 to 10 minutes. Whereas this, we're gonna bake a little bit longer for 18 to 22 minutes, depending on your preferred doneness. You can also make them in oven-safe bowls if your regular bowls are oven-safe.
Okay.
These can be cooked for 14 to 18 minutes.
Okay.
Or you can make these as regular cookies. You can put them on a cookie sheet. You want about a tablespoon size ball on your prepared cookie sheet. You can spray it down with some ham or some parchment paper. It makes about 5 cookies, and that takes about 10 minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
But for today, we're gonna make deep dish cookies.
Now, I was gonna say, if they don't have vegetable oil, what would you use?
I was gonna
You can butter and flour. So you can take a stick of butter.
Butter,
run
more
it around.
butter. Babe, can you go get that stick of butter over there? More butter. This is awesome.
More butter. So you can butter the, the bottom of the ramekin and a little bit of the side. Sprinkle some flour in and kind of give it a shake so that
Okay.
it coats
Would you like me to
the
coat
inside.
yours, babe?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna be helpful. Look, now he doesn't want to jump in when his fingers are gonna get all
Yeah.
messy.
Yeah, I wasn't going to jump in
Hey,
for
I'm
that.
the same way. I'm the same way. Don't jump.
Mr. Oh, be assertive, man. Just jump in there. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't jump in on that. That's not.
Okay. But you can get me a little flour there. And sprinkle a little flour in there.
Yes, I would sprinkle maybe
Use
about
your
a
fingers.
tablespoon amount and shake it around
Okay. There you
gently
go.
so you don't have
Gently.
flour all over the place.
Okay. Okay. A little bit more. Okay. All right. There you go.
Okay.
Okay.
Great. Now, I'm going to go ahead and reuse the quarter cup measuring cup that we used before.
Okay.
And I'm going to take that and put it in our ramekin.
Okay.
And then make sure you spread it around so it's nice and even.
You're awesome. I can never do this, by the way, folks. I have never been a baker, but
Uh,
my wife absolutely kills it.
Now, Emily, should Al be pouring in the same amount in each one? Because I'm noticing his has more than mine.
Yes, they should be equal
oh. Okay.
because you are married.
Oh.
And you want to make sure that things are even.
Well, we're not going to know till they come out, and we'll see which one gets the biggest.
There we go.
That's true.
Okay, they're
And
spread
these
out.
get so nice and fluffy.
Yum.
Okay.
Okay.
The last step for me in this house is extra chocolate chips on top.
Okay. Not a problem. There we go.
Like I said, cookie dough is just the vessel to get the chocolate to your
Yes.
mouth.
Okay.
All right.
And that one?
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Look at that. So this is what they should look like. We'll
Look
let
at
them
that.
all thing out.
Are we going to eat it right out of this thing?
Don't eat it because there's uncooked eggs.
No. I mean, when it's done, are we going to eat it right out of this?
Yes,
Ooh.
absolutely. Put some
Ooh.
vanilla ice cream on top
Yep.
and just pour it
Okay.
out.
Okay.
Nice.
Is that it?
That's it. So now you get to put it in the oven.
There you go, babe.
There's a couple different stages of baking. So 18 minutes will give you that like really gooey, almost underdone cookie. 20 minutes will be just perfect. It's kind of crunchy on the outside, really soft on the inside.
20 minutes.
And then 22 minutes will give you a real crunchy inside, outside cookie.
That's how I like mine.
Does it matter which-
That's exactly how I like
See, now Al
Does it matter
likes
which
the
rack?
gooey, and I like the more crispy aspect to it. So, you know what? On the lower rack or in the middle, top?
I put mine on the middle. It's just where
Okay.
it is now.
There we go.
So that it's not too close to the flame, but it's not
Okay.
too far away from it.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
And we
We're
set
going
the
to go 18
timer?
to 22?
20 minutes.
20 minutes. Okay.
Ooh.
We're gonna
Now,
cooking
if you're one of
time.
those folks who decided to make your dessert before you're finishing your food, you're gonna eat your food now while it's baking. We
Yes.
will see you back in a few minutes.
Yes.
If you're one
So,
of those folks that
Yeah, it's the upper.
ate your food and then wanted to come back and do all this stuff, maybe now's the time to do dishes, spend a little extra time with your significant other, and spend time together that way.
or just have him do the dishes is what's gonna go down right now, so.
That's a fair way to do it.
There you go, babe.
What?
You just can go ahead. You were wanting to participate, so there you go.
Oh.
Go participate. And I'll just stand here.
Oh, okay.
And wait for everyone to come back. So we'll see you in a few.
Welcome back, everybody. I hope your baking process turned out fantastic. Now is the final touch. Before the final touch later on, if you know what I mean. We're gonna eat the sweets now. We'll start over. We'll start over.
No, we gotta leave that in there. It is Valentine's Eve, please.
And it's all married.
Me and Brian got this. We're dialed in, Brian. We got this.
I love the Emily going.
That'll be in the bloopers. That'll be the bloopers.
You have to gauge the room. You have to gauge the room.
Look at she's all.
right.
Okay.
Don't do that.
Okay.
Okay, sorry.
Okay.
I apologize.
All right. Ready?
I'm ready if you are.
She's ready.
Welcome back, everybody. We hope the baking process turned out well. We just took our deep dish cookies out of the oven for 2. It's going to be a little bit hot, so
Yeah, ours
this
is
one
hot.
we let cool a little bit. Obviously, you won't be able to grab it like that. Yeah, it's steel. But that is how it should look. If you want to show it one more time.
Yeah. I also added some chocolate chips on top when it's still fresh out of the oven to give it that bakery look.
Perfect.
Okay.
So if you are trying to make it Instagram or Facebook worthy and you want to blast your guys' dinner out, definitely do that. A great thing to do is hashtag MarriageWell.
Yes.
Yes, please
Hashtag
do.
Praise Comfort Cooking. And also
MarriageWell 805.
hashtag Emily Sweet Eats on Facebook and Instagram or wherever you're at, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
so it's hashtag MarriageWell805. So,
Oh,
yes, hashtag MarriageWell805. We want to see all the pictures. Yes.
fantastic. So Emily went in and she added the little dollop of ice cream.
Okay, babe.
If you're trying to do vegan, we have this incredible ice cream. I mean, Trader Joe's makes a good vanilla bean as well. If you're just going to Target, Ralph's, Vons, or wherever you shop, I had this one on here, and we'll add it on. So delicious, dairy-free vanilla. It's perfect.
Or for those of you, now I can't have ice cream, but what I can have is whipped cream.
There we go.
Yeah. Oh, with the little French swirl on top.
There we go.
Love it.
I got it. Look at that. Wow, look at that, babe. That's amazing. See, look at ours.
All right. I'll give you a little
Okay.
spoon.
Let's see.
Oh, there it is.
Oh my goodness, look at that. That is so good. That is delicious. Emily, this is the bomb. Oh my goodness.
It is.
That is delicious.
Excellent.
Look at that. Oh my goodness.
That is
Excellent.
incredible.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, boy, what an evening. What an evening. What a meal. What a great time. We made it to the end without having a big fight or anything. That was awesome because it's Valentine's Eve. But
Yes.
hey, we want to thank you guys for joining us. We had a great time. We hope you guys had a great time. We know Brian and Emily had a great time. They did a great job. And we want to say thank you to you guys. We appreciate you guys. It was tons of fun. We'll have to do this again. Once you
Yes.
guys finish your dinner, have your dessert, get yourself ready, get some popcorn or whatever you want to get ready for the big show. The show will start at 7 p.m. Pacific time. We got a great lineup. Join us over on Zoom. It won't be here on YouTube. It'll be over on Zoom. You should have all that login info. And yeah, she's just going to eat that. But we'll see you guys at the show in just a little bit. God bless you guys. We'll see you next time.
Thank you, everyone.